May I introduce you to the Pentax 110, and as I call her, the goddess of a shitty system. Hello, welcome to my channel. Tonight it's a little bit of a rant about an obscure lens system, the Pentax 110. Very vintage, was built in the late 70s to until the early 80s. Well, sounds harsh, but I have my reasons for that. And one of the reasons is I actually owned a 110mm camera back then in the days. It was the first camera I ever got, and it was German brand Agfa. It was one of these flat thingies, you know. The quality was really bad. It really sucked. Everything with this camera sucked. The film was expensive, the photos were expensive, I couldn't afford that. The quality was really, really terrible. I just can repeat myself here. The flash were just bulbs, which were extremely expensive, so you had really to think about using a flash or not. And well, altogether, I hated the thing, and I was really so glad when I had my first real SLR, which was a Pentax. Anyhow, Pentax somehow had the brilliant idea to target at the peak of the system, well, maybe prosumers or people with a little bit more taste, or I don't know who actually bought it, but obviously lots of people, because it's very easy to get their hands on these lenses, on the whole camera, and for quite cheap. Some people have really funny ideas. They try to sell single lenses for about €100, but well, I paid for one lens in a bulk of filters. Maybe the seller didn't even know that that was a lens. You can tell, €3, and the camera with another lens came for €9. So I think that's the price range. I can do experiments just for fun. Yeah, that's okay. Actually, this camera is an SLR. I got a very basic display thing in it, just a viewfinder, and yeah, it got this little mount. It looks a little bit like Pentax K, actually, spin-off of course. And yeah, if you just put the lenses on a small, of course, mirrorless, like on this Olympus, it looks gorgeous. I really love it. I really love the looks. It's nice, it's funny, and actually it covers completely the whole the whole sensor, which is understandable because the sizes are quite similar. So all you need for this fun is one of these tiny adapters. This one came from Shanghai for around €6. You can get, if you don't want to wait for it, on Amazon for around €30, exactly the same, so your choice. Yeah, just screw it in. Mounted, ready to go. So, why do I call it the goddess of a shitty system? Well, it was by sure the best camera built for the system, but the system itself is still crap, and it's a very mixed ride. On the one hand, yeah, very many YouTubers say the lenses are really sharp. Yes, they are in the middle. If you're lucky, if you just get the sharp zone, if not, they're terrible. And there's no big headroom in between. They are fixed to 2.8 aperture. They're kind of coated, I guess. It's not the typical Asahi multi-coating, it's some cheap coating. And yeah, before I talk more, look at the results. Okay, let's have a closer look at the photos. They're just straight out of the camera, no filters, nothing done. And the first thing you may see is what I really think sucks the most with this lenses of the Pentax 110, and that's the infinity problem. There's nearly no chance to get it to infinity. Actually, it's somewhere close to infinity on the lens itself, but it doesn't really get sharp, even if the focus peaking showed sharpness. But look at that, you know, it's whatever that is. There's no real sharpness anywhere, and it should be infinity, but the distortions around here, side distortions, but they're not really nice. It's not a nice bokeh, it's, well, just a cheap looking thing. So this plant of my neighbor, actually, there should be something sharp in it. Well, same here, see the structures, the rendering is terrible. The only thing so far I really think is astonishing, there is no aberration at all. I cannot see anything, there are no lilac flares, nothing. Well, now I got something sharp actually, and yeah, it's really sharp as you see. It's so in the middle, the rendering of the structures and the leaves is very good. Yeah, that's nice looking, but then here on the fringes of the camera, again these distortions. I simply don't think it looks good. That's my personal opinion. So maybe one last try. Let's take this one with an exposed foreground and unsharp background. Still, that's no bokeh, that's something mushy, flurry. Actually, I don't like the photos. So after I took some shots, sorry for the quality of the surrounding, it's just our terrace, it was raining, the weather is terrible. Anyhow, I did it and was really disappointed. I didn't expect so much, to be honest, but well, you have seen it. It's your choice what you think about. I was not really happy, and I was just on the point to make a short video and say, well, get it? Yeah, €9. It's a really nice paperweight. That's it. Save the money on the adapter. But then I said, okay, not only going half the way, going all the way, try it for video. And strange enough, it looks completely different, and I was really baffled. So have a look. So my conclusion about the Pentax 110, well, maybe really maybe I get myself one of the slow-mo films and try it, if I'm in the mood to do that. But well, the lenses, it's a very mixed ride. Well, I think you can get these results with any other lens you can get for cheap. It's nothing special. It's really nothing special. It's nothing you have to own. That's my opinion. But on the other hand, if you love to play around, yeah, well, it's kind of funny, especially with the fixed aperture. It's a little bit yeah, basic. It's somehow low-mo, styly. It's nerdy, definitely. It's kind of fun. If you get it really cheap, do it. And after all, it's a nice paperweight, really. So if you enjoyed my video, I would be very happy if you subscribe and to get more of my content, which is now shifting a little bit in this direction, a little bit more ranty, a little bit more, yeah, well, revelations of an aging nerd. Stay tuned. See ya.